I was promised that I could automate my business with a simple drag and drop tool. I spent good money on it, the same tool every guru online seems to be praising. But instead of saving me time, it gave me a week of headaches, a ton of confusing jargon, and absolutely zero results. I felt completely lied to by the whole no-code dream. So before you make the same mistake I did, before you waste your time and money, I'm going to walk you through my unfiltered journey. I'm going to expose the tool that's a flat-out lie for non-techies. And then I'm going to show you the one that actually works, the one that finally made good on the promise. My name is Tony Koenig, the owner of Koenig Digital and the founder of The Scaling Founder, with more than 18 years experience as a digital marketer and GTM engineer. Let's talk about the dream they sell us, because it's a powerful one, isn't it? It's this idea that you, a small business owner, an entrepreneur, a creator, can have the same power as a massive corporation, all without writing a single line of code. They tell you that you can automate your outreach, manage all your clients from one dashboard, and get customer reviews on autopilot. They promise you can build an entire business engine with just a few clicks. This is the world of no-code. It's pitched as the great equalizer. You see it everywhere on social media, with influencers holding it up like it's a magic wand. They swear it's easy, it's simple, and it's for everyone. And I bought it hook, line, and sinker. Look, my needs were simple. I'm not trying to build the next Facebook here. I run a service-based business, and all I wanted was a system to do three basic things: keep track of my contacts, send out some automated follow-up emails, and make it easy to ask for and manage client reviews. That's it. I'm a business owner, not a developer, and I needed a tool that got that. So I did my research, I watched the YouTube videos, I read the blogs, and I found a tool that looked perfect. The website was slick, the marketing was on point, and it promised some incredibly powerful automation. It seemed like the key to unlocking the efficiency I was desperate for. I signed up, feeling excited and thinking, this is it. This is what's going to take my business to the next level. I had no idea I was about to walk straight into a brick wall. This is where the dream started to crumble. I logged into the tool, and let's just name names. The tool was Clay. Now, I want to be fair here. I am sure Clay is an incredible platform for the right person. But for a non-techie like me, its promise of simplicity felt like a total bait and switch. The first red flag was the interface. I was expecting a friendly dashboard, maybe some big, obvious buttons like Create Workflow or New Campaign. Instead, I was staring at what looked like a spreadsheet on steroids. It was just a sea of tables, columns, and cells. There were no visual guides, no welcoming tour for a beginner. It felt cold, analytical, and honestly, super intimidating. My heart just sank. This was not the easy-to-use experience I was sold. Okay, deep breaths. I decided to try my first, most basic task: import my contacts and set up a simple email follow-up. This is where the nightmare really kicked into high gear. But the biggest hurdle, the thing that made me want to chuck my laptop out the window, was the integrations. To get Clay to talk to any other program, like my email app, the tutorials kept talking about something called a webhook, or connecting via an API. For a non-techie, that might as well be a foreign language. It's not a simple click and connect thing. It's like being told that to turn on a light, you first have to drive to the power plant and manually connect the right wires. It required a level of technical understanding I just don't have, and the platform just assumed that I did. I wasted hours trying to translate tutorials filled with jargon like waterfall enrichment, data mapping, and API endpoints. I felt like I needed a computer science degree just to send one email. Every click led to another confusing menu of options. What I thought would be a simple two-step process, import contacts, send email, had morphed into a monstrous 15-step Rube Goldberg machine of technical settings. I remember sitting there on day 3, feeling completely defeated. I had spent hours watching videos and reading help docs, and I had accomplished nothing. Not a single email sent. Not a single task automated. I was just clicking around in a system that was so clearly not built for me. It was built for developers, for data scientists, for technical RevOps teams. After a full week of that frustration, I gave up. I had 0 results to show for it, a lighter bank account, and a massive headache. The no-code promise from this tool was a lie. Not because the tool is bad, but because it was marketed as a simple solution for a user like me, and it was anything but. First, I realized Clay isn't a CRM. It's a data enrichment tool. That means it's designed to find and add information to contacts, not to actually manage your ongoing relationship with them. So right out of the gate, my dream of an all-in-one platform was dead. To do what I wanted, I'd still need another tool for the CRM part, and another one to actually send the emails. The complexity was already piling up. I want to be crystal clear. My goal here isn't to bash Clay. For a technical user who needs to pull data from 100 different sources to build complex sales workflows, I'm sure it's a masterpiece. The point is, it's not a tool for a business owner who just wants to streamline their marketing without hiring a developer. The real problem is the hype in the no-code space that suggests any tool can be used by anyone. That's what's misleading. It sets you up to blame yourself for not getting it, when the reality is the tool was never designed for you in the first place. I was ready to give up on the whole no-code idea, but I decided to give it one last shot. I went back to the drawing board, but this time I had a new non-negotiable rule. It had to be a true all-in-one platform. I needed a system where the CRM, the emails, the funnels, and the automations were all built in and designed to work together smoothly. I didn't want to hear the word webhook ever again. My search eventually led me to another platform. One I was pretty skeptical of at first because, frankly, it promised to do everything. It's called GoHighLevel. Logging into GoHighLevel for the first time was like a breath of fresh air. Instead of a spreadsheet from hell, I was greeted by a clean, logical dashboard. On the left side, there were clear menu items: conversations, calendars, contacts, sites, marketing, automation. It was immediately obvious this was a system built for a business, not a data scientist. So I tried my simple test again: import contacts and send an automated follow-up. The difference was night and day. Importing my contacts was a simple upload right into its built-in CRM check. No other tools needed. Then came the moment of truth, the automation. I clicked the Automation tab, and instead of a table, I saw a visual workflow builder. It was a flowchart, a map. When this trigger happens, then do this action. It just clicked with my non-technical brain. To create my follow-up sequence, I set the trigger to contact added. Then I added the first action, send email, and I wrote the email right there in the builder. Then I added a wait step for 2 days, then another send email action. It was so intuitive, so visual, and I built the entire thing in less than 10 minutes. No APIs, no webhooks, no technical jargon. Because all the tools were part of the same platform, they just worked together. Feeling confident, I started exploring. I used the drag and drop builder to whip up a simple landing page for a new offer. I set up an automated review request that sends a text to a client 3 days after their project is done. I even connected my calendar, which got rid of my separate scheduling tool. Each step was just straightforward. GoHighLevel has a learning curve, sure, but it's the learning curve of a business tool, not a programming language. So why was my experience with these two platforms so wildly different? It all comes down to their core philosophy. Clay is a specialist tool. It's built for one thing, data enrichment, and it's designed to be plugged into a larger custom-built tech stack. It assumes you have other tools and, more importantly, the technical skill to stitch them all together. GoHighLevel is an all-in-one platform. It's built for marketing agencies and small businesses that want everything under one roof. It replaces the need for a dozen different subscriptions and kills the integration nightmare because all its parts were born to speak the same language. For a non-techie, the all-in-one approach is almost always the better bet. The simplicity of a specialized tool is an illusion if you have to spend a week figuring out how to make it talk to everything else. The true measure of a great no-code platform isn't just that you don't have to write code, it's that you don't have to deal with technical complexity. And for me, on that front, GoHighLevel was the clear winner. The lie of the no-code space isn't that the tools are bad. The lie is that they are all interchangeable, that they are all for everyone. They're not. You have to find the tool that was built for your specific skills and your specific goals. So if you're a non-techie like me, a small business owner, a coach, a consultant, and you've been tempted by that no-code dream, here's my advice. Stay away from the specialized, data-heavy tools that require you to think like a developer. You'll waste your time, you'll waste your money, and you'll end up more frustrated than when you started. For a true all-in-one system that actually lets you build powerful automations without needing a computer science degree, GoHighLevel is the one that delivered. But that's just my story. I really want to hear yours. What's the biggest no-code lie you've ever been told? What tools have given you the most headaches? Drop your story in the comments below. Let's help each other avoid these same mistakes. And finally, if you want to see if GoHighLevel is what your business needs, I have a 14-day trial for you to see for yourself. The link is in the description. No confusing jargon, I promise. Thanks for watching. Remember to choose the tools that are actually built for you. Keep on scaling.